Hi guys, it's Mary here. I promise you a few more videos. I apologize that I did not. I'm using Jane Iredale, by the way, which is, I think, by far one of the best, if not the best makeup available on the market as far as not causing any damage. Just an all-around outstanding product if you're into that hippie natural stuff. So, anyways, I apologize that I did not deliver on the promised barrage. However, I do think that you will be seeing quite a few videos from me. I had been away, this is just funny, at my mom's house to see my brother after Christmas. And then my one dear friend took a turn. She's better now. She turned the corner, but she took a turn for the worse. She needs a kidney desperately, and if you know about medical crisis, once your diabetes reaches that stage, other things trigger. The heart, anything. It's just a very challenging position she is in, and she is just so very brave and just doing so wonderful. And so I was at my mom's for a week to visit my dear friend, and that time I also got to spend time with my other dear friend. So I'll tell you about that. Funny thing is, I should have been home a few days ago, but it was a severe storm, and my mom had said, well, yeah, you can go home, you'll make it. You could take care of yourself, but I worry about your dogs in the car, so I would prefer that you stay home. Okay, Mom. So that's kind of funny. Anyways, so here I am. Eventually I'll get to the point of this video, which is what I purchased at Bath & Body Shop at their huge sale. I went there to get some sweet pea items for, my dear friend. She loves that. Particularly, she likes the body butter. So I'll get to those the candles next, but you might want to hear why the priest, or no, actually deacon, so that's like a layperson, who administers her daily communion, told her I was in need of a reconciliation mass. He was laughing when he said it, though, but... And then, of course, Kelly was nervous anyways, because there were nuns in the facility, and I don't know if you know me, but I'm, like, fascinated with nuns. In fact, on the way to... Was it? Yeah. On the way to... On one day when we visited... She was getting a pacemaker finally put in, and we didn't know that. We showed up in her room exactly when they were wheeling her out, and I don't know what she said to the anesthesiologist or to the nurses, but the doctor actually came out afterwards and shook our hands, and I don't know. It's good to pray for everyone who is in that circle, the nurses, the techs, anyone walking by, everyone, be upbeat, be positive. So it's good to pray for them all. It's also good to have them laugh. We checked out the nurses. We're like, only the cute nurses can be in that room, and that doctor better be hot, and what's he listening to anyway? So one of the nurses thought, in the cath lab, thought that was so funny. She actually brought out the iPhone, and the guy listens to Nora Jones and Adele and things, so we thought that was real cool. And I said, we don't have to meet him. I don't have to check out his hotness. But he didn't know, but I did see him stroll in there, and he's like bebopping his way into the surgery, so that was outstanding. But I knew there would be challenges when he left, because he wasn't quite as happy, and that's because the pacemaker, because her veins have collapsed and such, he knew it would be a long, painful recovery for her. But, she's doing good. I mean, between laughs and doing her exercises, laughter is really the best medicine. I promise I'll get to my cameras, but I'll tell you this too, and I hope I don't lose any of you or offend any of you, but... Before being told I was probably in need of a reconciliation ceremony, my other dear friend and I were driving to the hospital over Icy Bridge, no less, and we're playing a game, What Would Lynn Allow You to Say? Now, Lynn is my mother, and she would say, actually, I prefer you don't say any of this, but at my household, if you took the Lord's name in vain, you better run. So Peggy would, over the bridge, say and string along some of the most amazing profanity you can imagine, and I would have to repeat it as if I was my mom saying, yes, you could say this, but you cannot say that. And so that was pretty funny, which morphed into, unfortunately, when we were in the hospital playing the game, what's a worse sin, which of course, you know, was starting to make Kelly even more worried because she knew about me and the nuns, and now we're on to this mortal versus venial sins. And I don't know, I think the nurses tend to congregate outside the room because we do have some great conversations. And I do know for a fact that one new mom who just got back from maternity leave, she was a nurse, I think she may have wet her pants. Okay, so I hope I cracked you up as much as I cracked myself up. Anyways, so I was in Bath & Body with this huge sale, and I remember y'all with your candles, and I am not part of that YouTube clique, so now I am. YouTube made me do this. This was my own idea. I like the Henry Bendel ones, like the fig ones. I don't know if they still sell them, but this is what I got on the sale. This was $10, vanilla latte. I use it in my kitchen, and it just smells very pleasant, like vanilla and coffee. So I really enjoy that. This one is hard to nail, this scent, lemon. On the head, though, this is sugared lemons. I mean, when you do lemons wrong, like that Body Shop lemon butter stuff, I can't stand. I use it for my cracked heels now, but when you do it right, like in the La Petite perfume, which I am gathering up my perfumes, if you do it right, lemon smells so wonderful. And this, if you can get your hands on it, and if you like lemons, the scent of real lemons, this was a real good one. I also liked s'mores, summertime s'mores. This is in the living room. Yes, and I have all the candles going at once sometimes. So that smells good. Now I'm getting kind of like woozy-headed. And then this one, Snow Day. Probably from watching the Snow Day video, but it smells invigorating, like peppermint and lemon, somehow. A bright and joyful blend of spruce, peppermint, and sweet vanilla. No lemon in here, but I swear it does. Okay, and then finally, because y'all have this, I got this. And my mom swiped one. Isn't that cute? This is called Marshmallow Fireside. It smells good. Not my favorite is probably the lemon, but they all smell good. You could really spend a lot of damage, but if you just buy whatever you're going to buy initially, like I bought Sweet Pea for my girlfriend, and then you take the survey on your phone, you come back with the code, you get $10 off 30, so I was able to get 4 candles for the price of 3, so that wasn't bad. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed. I think you're going to see more of me. I might even fool y'all and change into a different top or something and deliver on that promised barrage.